Hey geeks, and welcome to another episode of the Geek Man Cave. Today we're doing a custom build. So I was out shopping with my dad the other day and I went to Home Bargains and I picked up one of these. This is a fish bowl, cocktail bowl. It's plastic. I picked up for £1.20 I think it was in Home Bargains. So I picked up 4 of these and they're just plastic bowls, but they're a lovely shape and I thought this is what I've been looking for. I'm going to be recreating the Tatooine scene where R2-D2 gets captured by a Jawa. Again, I'm going to be using the miniature figures from these because I think the detail on them brilliantly and I think they'll go nicely there in this display. However, you can get micro machines. I've seen lots of people doing online Star Wars micro machines figures who are very, very small, which are really, really good for these kind of things. But I think size-wise, these will work well. So I've got an R2-D2 and a Jawa. So I'm just thinking about some rocks, some sand, getting some nice coloured sand. I don't want to play sand because it's a bit too bleached. Getting that in there, and as for Tatooine, for Empire Strikes Back, I was a bit torn. I didn't know whether to do Hoth or Dagobah because I could have done both. I may eventually do Dagobah, but I've decided on doing Hoth. So again, I'm going to have a snowy background with some rocks for the mountains in the background, and obviously a big bad AT-AT at the front. So again, I'm going to go some detail with the snow, giving it that snowy effect. And for Return of the Jedi, I'm going to be doing the Endor scene. I'm going to just do a custom build with the Scout Trooper and the Ewok I've got from the collection. And then you're going to have to wait for the special FX one. So, let's get to it. So it's commentary time. So here is the sand I've chosen for the Tatooine. I've actually picked up a bag of bird sand I found in my local shop. Only because I liked the colour better on this. And this was only about £2.50 a bag. And it gives me that nice gritty effect. Me and my son, we found some rocks down in our local walkway. And they had some really nice orangey coloured stones, which come off as the effect of Tatooine rocks. So I was really chuffed with how these turned out. So onto Hoth, I'm using basic plain white flour here. I think it gives it a nice effect, and when it clumps it does look like giant snowballs, so I think that'll work well. For the landscape, I've decided to get some rocks just for my garden, and what I've done, I've patted them down with some of the flour, given them a bit of a dusting to give it a mounting effect, which came out quite nice, to be honest. And for Endor, what I've got is some packed moss you can buy from any craft shop. I think it was only £3 for the pack. That way it won't decompose. But what I have used as well with this Endor one is I want to use I found some sticks on my local walk. Again, these can be used really well. Here are the figures I'll be using. So here's the Jawa. Great pose to be using in this one as well. Ready to shoot. And here's a little lower R2-D2. A bit on the plump side, if I'm honest, but he'll do. The great thing about these figures as well, they're all to scale, so they look really nice. Here is my AT-AT, my Scout Trooper, wicked pose there. And again, just like I said with the Jawa, they're to scale, so again, here's my little Ewok. Scale the size. So, that's enough of all the bits and bobs you need. Like I said, it's a really cheap build, guys, so it's a nice easy one to do. So, let's get started. So it's just a case of adding your stones to the way you want fit, or adding your characters the way you want to pose them for the scene. Here I'm using a dry paintbrush just to dust off the effect, because once they're inside it's quite hard to do. Also giving the AT-AT a bit of a dusting as well, just give that effect that the snow has landed on it. For the Endor bot, I've got a layer of soil and I put the sticks upright against the lid. Now the problem with this was the sticks kept falling to the side. So for my FX one, I'm going to be using some hot glue just to keep them in place. But the good thing was the moss held them in place. Now, time for the big reveal. I'm going to be using a Disney Infinity FX Light Up Kylo Ren figure to create a light up scene. So, which scene am I doing? Well, the scene I'm doing is not actually in the movie, but it was in the trailer. For one of the reveal trailers for The Force Awakens, it showed Kylo Ren walking through the snow. The figure walks through the woods in the dark with the snow and activates his crossblade. It was the first time we actually saw Kylo Ren's lightsaber. But to get that effect of his lightsaber actually on, I'm going to be using the Disney Infinity pad. Now this is actually the Skylanders pad, which will work all the same. It's an FCC unit, which means when you put it on top, it activates and the FX lightsaber lights up. Now you can use one of these, or you can use the Disney Infinity pad, or you can use any sort of wireless mobile charger. Kylo Ren. And again, like I said in my previous video on my 5 top things in the Geek Man Cave for Star Wars, these are dirt cheap at the moment, guys. Like really cheap. If you can find them, look online, you can still find these for really, really cheap. £5 and under. So again, this is the special FX one. So when I put him on the pad, his lightsaber will light up a little look. So again, when he's placed inside, I think you can see his lightsaber lights up. Let's just have a little look at that in the dark. Yes, look at that. Lightsabers all lit up and really brings it out. But you notice while I'm putting it in front of the screen, you can see you can't even really see it that much. So I'm thinking what I'm going to be doing is painting the one back side with black paint, just acrylic paint, to really set off that white black contrast with the lightsaber. So again, what I'm going to do is start by giving a coat of black acrylic paint to one half of the bowl. This again will give a nice contrast and really stand that lightsaber out when it's lit up. Now, like I said with the Endor one, the sticks kept falling down, so I decided to hot glue some sticks just to the base of the bowl. I'm going to do this with only about 4 or 5 sticks because you've got to remember, you've got to make sure you can fit a Kylo Ren in. Now that the paint's all dry and the sticks are all dry, I'm going to add some of the flour, gently as I do, using the dry paintbrush just to make sure it's spread evenly and give it that warped effect. Now what I've got as well is some leftover sticks and dirt. I'm crushing them up and add them just to give it that forest effect. To finish then, I add Kylo Ren, give him a dusting, and just get some of that excess snow off him, and now we're ready for the reveal. And there we have it, all done. I'm really happy with the way they turned out. This was a nice, easy, cheap build, guys. I only spent, I think, about a tenner altogether on the different jars, which were dirt cheap. And like I said, the sand and everything else you could find everywhere, everyday items everywhere. And the figures I had, but again, you can find them on eBay for really cheap. I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more, whack on that subscribe button. And remember, your cave, your rules.